So recently, the latest season of anime really hasn't been that fruitful one for me. To be honest, like, it's one of the reasons why I haven't really talked about a lot of shows this series. Normally I do like a couple of first impressions and get in there and say, yeah, let me see if this show has any potential. And, well, this season to me has been fucking dry for the most part. Like, there have been no shows throughout the entirety of summer that I really wanted to check out, apart from like maybe one or two shows, and if not, they were mainly season 2s of shows, or just the regular droll that you get your usual like isekai trapped in another world series, like you get your, of course, all your like slice of life stuff coming out there, your season 2s and 3s of those shows you actually care about, and there wasn't anything I'd like to say original that was coming out. And like, now that the series and the seasons have ended and all that for the most part, with a few shows still going on for maybe an additional extra core or maybe an episode or two left, there was one show that I ended up watching after the end, after the last 2 weeks that I like hear about it ending, and then also as well a lot of people generally talking about it, and it was a show that actually is a special topic to my heart, and I'm talking of course about gamers. If you can see the title of the video, of course you knew I was going to be talking about something like this, and you're thinking like, why the fuck would I not be talking about like something like this, or why was I not on the hype train immediately? It was like, oh well, it's gamers, it's stuff that you actually like, it's about video games, and also as well, it's a slice of life romance, and you love those things. And I'm like, being actually honest here for the most part, when I first heard the concept, I think everyone else and all that would thought that this was just going to be a light novel, run-of-the-mill, just get this out here, no one cares, it's not really going to talk about, like, gaming and video games, and, like, also as well, it's just going to be, like, one of those same kind of mediocre sort of romances. And it turns out and all that, this was an actually really enjoyable series. I just want to point this out. This wasn't life-changing, and this isn't something I'm ever going to say you have to watch this straight away. Considering that, like, I generally consider, with maybe like one other shows and all that I've heard to be recommended, is like maybe Kakegurui and all that, and personally I hadn't seen the show, so I'm not gonna say. But the rest of the season just looks fucking trash if we're not including season 2s and maybe one or two shows on it. This whole season looked like it was gonna be fucking trash, and it was like, this like looks like is a glistening gold gem out of all the things, and it's good. It's good, and I'm pretty much going to be saying in this video, not really to like explain more of the plot or synopsis, but I'm going to explain more why the reasons I actually generally like this show, because there are some sweet things, and one of the perfect things on there is to talk about one of the last episodes of the show, which isn't a real spoiler for the most part, because it just is like a normal regular episode of the show itself. Like, as you get to see like characters talking about video games in general. Like, it's like, let's talk about one of the more shittier like transactions and like transitions that goes in the video game like community, and that is the DLC mentality, pre-ordering, and how games are treated because of this, and because of how expensive like certain games are. I will say that like the one thing the show kind of fell about, and I just think it's more talking about mainstream gaming. I mean, if you look at the opening, it's like an entirety flair of like modern day like gaming and stuff like that. You've got stuff from like Resident Evil, like House of the Dead. You've got, for some reason, PUBG is in there, PlayerUnknown's Battleground. Like that's a weird one to add in there and all that. Like recent games, you've got Street. It mainly heavily focuses on this, so I don't think it was going to mention too many times. I think maybe once or twice they may have mentioned in it, but they kind of like fucked up slightly, like with not mentioning that in like especially a whole thing about, yo man, games are too fucking expensive in this episode. So I will say the show's not perfect at all, and like sometimes it gets into the traditional sort of like slice of life romance stuff, but they talk about this stuff, and it's like a topic that's really interesting, and seeing like, we hear all the time how Westerners kind of feel about it, but we never really get to see from like Japan, where a lot of video games that personally I play and really enjoy and have these really shitty mentalities. And it's like, what do guys that actually give a shit about gaming and all that care about? Because like, they actually talk about, obviously they can't say certain things, but they can show a few games, especially like mainly in the first episode they showed like a bunch of like Arc System games, like it was like the Persona games, and like also as well they keep referencing other games as well from there. I believe Star Ocean is one in like one of the episodes and stuff. Like they do give a crap, and they generally like want to have some discussions about video games, and it helps a lot that one of the characters, one of like the main character's girlfriend, just generally doesn't understand gaming, and it's like, it's a stupid thing. It's kind of like one of the main character's girlfriends, like in like Genshi Ken, where it's like, I don't understand anime. Like you need that surrogate character for some people to understand, whereas like most people that are probably watching this anime don't understand that, or probably aren't that mainstream. They just want to see a dumb, goofy slice of life show. So it works well, and she's asking legit reasons where it's like, why the fuck would you buy a game if it's really expensive? you could use that money for, I don't know, you can use that for clothes, which you actually generally need in life and all that, and like, it's a lot more fulfilling than just buying some DLC for a character that you're like, just a little swinson or something, or like loot boxes, and they even discussed how shitty and scummy the free-to-play market is as well, and kind of like exploit her because of that, and it's like, I like this about the show, and just not generally that, it's like, it's rare to have just characters like throughout the entirety of the show that are just genuinely likable. Like, they have like, they're not like perfect characters in any way to say, but it's just like, if I talk to these characters, I don't feel like a lot of the time they're actually having conversations. They don't have to be the most anime fucking thing ever where it has to be taken too seriously or it's goofy or wacky. It's like, I feel like sometimes it gets like, it talks about real topics and it's not trying to act like very pretentious to try to take it to the next edge or something. That's kind of what I appreciate, and like, in a weird way saying, like, anime kind of wanted to tackle a real topic about something that kind of mattered to me, and it didn't act like a fucking shitberg with it. Like, I guess that's the way of portraying it for the most part with this show, and it just, I feel like it just works in this episode, and also as well, like, you get some kind of nice little, like, developments of the relationships as well between one of the main characters, Tendo, and also the technical main character, but I consider like the whole group is and all that, like Keita, like the whole group for the most part and all that, and there is like a love triangle in the show, which to be fair is like kind of understandable for like one of the other characters and all that, Chisaki, I believe their name was, if I remember. But for the most part, it was kind of like, if honestly, I think it's like one of the worst parts of the show, because I'm like, of course, we've got to have some sort of drama in some of these episodes to keep some people to going. But it's like, no, I want to focus more on that. And we generally don't know if this show is going to get another season. I don't think it's been confirmed anywhere whether or not it is going to be getting one, and I think a lot of people kind of been requesting it because it's like, hey, it was a standout show from the season. Are we going to have anything, OVA? And it's like, it's not real conclusion. I know the series is still going on, but it just seems such like a random episode to end on, where it's like, that's it. It's just like, it feels like kind of like a one-off episode, and that's what I mean by like the final episode is or as like one of the most interesting conversations they have, and then also as well as its biggest curse because it doesn't fully dwell into the topic, and at the same time it's like, you end the series in such a random place. What happens if this series never fucking gets another adaptation? What if it just never gets another season, or if then it comes out, the light novels themselves come out with it here? It'll be cool, like, if it does and all that, but it's still a shitty thing to do to the fans. I feel like maybe they could have added something, just a nice little thing to end off the, like, the original, but it didn't, so whether or not this is the last time we'll ever see this show, well, that's it and all that. And I don't think I'm going to be like, oh, I missed this show so much already, and my heart goes out for it. I'm going here and go, you know what? This was a decent show. I liked it a lot. I looked forward to it. And yeah, if it's something that's like on a slight priority list on that, sure, and all that. If there's something you think like this whole season fucking sucked for you, that if it what like out of new original content this season, then I'll be like, Gamers was good and all that, and I definitely feel like comfortable like recommending this and all that to other like gaming like friends and all that, saying like, here's how Japan depicts some video games, and it's not perfect. No, this is like the strongest 7 out of 10 I think I could ever get through a show in general. Like, just the basis score, it's like, it's good, not fantastic, not amazing, not masterpiece level. It's just good. It's just a good show, and it's fine, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm kind of curious to see what some of you guys actually think about this show as well, whether or not it was actually worth your time. Did you care more about the whole video game aspect of the series? Did you care more for like some of the characters, the relationships, the video games they're talking about? Or did you like me, like I generally think like some of my favorite episodes were some of the last ones where like the date on the fair, and also like what they had as well with like, Chisaki's like bitch sister like trying to like ruin the relationship of like one of the main characters, and then as well this last episode, which is just so fucking random, but it just talks about shitty practitioners in the gaming industry. So yeah, it's a general good show and all that, and I kind of see like what you are thinking and all that. And also as well, I have to add it in there because as well, if we're going to be having a waifu war, let's go and start this proper and all that. Like, I don't think anyone's going to really like pick Chiaki like at all and all that, but I think people might either pick Tendo or Agri. If anything, I do like Agri a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I think she's really cute and all that, but if you're a Tendo fan though, I can't hate you. I can't hate you at all and all that. Like, if you pick either two of them, good choice. If you're Chiaki, not my chick and all that, but there you go and all that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below though. That's all from me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.